Welcome back to Tank Time, where I teach you how to lower your score without having to work on your golf swing. On the agenda today, we're going to talk about why you're puring it on the driving range, but you can't hit it to save your life on the golf course. Do we have any guesses? Because we haven't mastered the swing yet. Wrong. It's your alignment. In a recent interview, Nelly Korda, the #1 female golfer in the world, was asked, what is one tip you would give a player who's trying to break 80 for the first time? And her answer was to practice with an alignment stick. So if it's good enough for the best player in the world, it's good enough for you. Let's start off by talking about why alignment is so unnatural, and it's something you're going to have to maintain for the rest of your career. It's because we're used to looking at things with their eyes level. But in golf, we are set up at an angle, which means you have to tilt your head and look at the target sideways. That's why most players will lift their head and look down their left shoulder to see the target, especially if you're right eye dominant and you're playing right-handed. Because your right eye is further away from the target, you are naturally going to want to lift your head to see down the line. If I look at my target at a sideways angle, then I'm looking straight down my aim line. But if you're lifting your head and looking over your left shoulder, your sight line is now left of the target. To counteract that, your body is going to aim right of the target, and you are going to lift your head and look straight at the target. If you don't believe me, the next time you play, set up on the first tee as you normally would, check your alignment, and right before you're about to hit, put the club down. Take a step back and look at where you're aiming. Dead right. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You've just had a fantastic warm-up session on the driving range and you walk up to the first tee. On your tee shot, you set up and you check your alignment. And one of two things happen. One, you're a natural athlete, so your mind tells your body that your sight line and your aim line are crossed. So you unconsciously manipulate your golf swing and get the ball in the middle of the fairway. But the contact is swipey and the ball is spinny. Or two, you make a perfect golf swing. Your coach would be so proud. Solid contact, square club face, but the ball goes 50 yards right. Don't lie to me, I know this has happened to you. So how do we fix that? To the driving range.
When you're beating balls on the driving range, you're not aiming at a target, and that allows you to set up neutrally and swing freely.
This is how I want you to set up your practice. So we want our first alignment stick to be at the ball and aim down the target line. We want your second alignment stick to be parallel. Allow your body to be square to the ball. Make sure your club face is square with that front alignment stick, and then center your body to the bottom alignment stick. I want you to track your eyes from the ball down this aim line and to your target. And that is going to teach you how to look at the target with a tilted head instead of lifting and turning. I know you work on different things during different practices. And even if you're doing swing thoughts or swing changes, you should still at least have one stick down. Your subconscious will ingrain this straight line into your mind's eye. The next time you're playing for fun or a practice round, drop the alignment stick down on a few of your shots. We really want to ingrain the image in your mind's eye, not only on the driving range, but on the golf course. You want to bring what you practice to reality.
To draw those imaginary lines on the golf course, I'm going to first pick my target, and then I'm going to look for an intermediate spot a few feet in front of my ball. I'm going to use this leaf right here. I will then draw that imaginary line from my ball to the leaf and to the target to create the same lines that I had during my practices.
Once you've practiced your alignment on the driving range and the golf course, you'll be able to use it with efficiency and rhythm. So I've picked my target, I've picked my intermediate target, I set my club face up to that intermediate target and draw that line in my mind's eye. I match up my body aim, I check my target with a tilted head, and then I hit it straight. It's that easy. So why is alignment so important? It gets your setup into a neutral position. That's correct. You might have a fantastic swing coach and a great golf lesson, but if you aren't working on alignment, you won't be able to retain any of that information. So your next lesson is going to be the same as your last lesson. Getting your setup in a neutral position is the starting line to improving your score and your game. If your lines are crossed, you aren't even at the starting line. You're 20 yards back trying to play catch up with everyone else. There are a million variables in golf that we can't control, so we have to be able to control the ones we can. Let's get you good at golf. Stay tuned for my next episode where I talk about why you're making stupid bogeys from the middle of the fairway.